You know that warm bread smell that pulls you in from the sidewalk? The truth is, at many chains, that scent is engineered, not baked. We're starting with the fresh facade. How scent systems and additives help sell you on hot ovens even when the food story behind the counter says otherwise. Stay with me, because that aroma is just the first layer. We'll track how expired produce gets refreshed, why gloves can be more costume than safety, and how the danger zone on the line becomes your lunch. You'll learn what to look for so you aren't paying for theater. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. If that warm, toasty bread smell hits you at the door, what if the oven is only acting and the air is doing the selling? Let's start with the core move. Many chains ship dough or loaves from a central plant, then do a quick finish on site. To make that feel like a bakery, they lean on odor systems and dough helpers. The scent tells your brain, fresh. The process says, reheat.
Months of consumer backlash, Subway announced Friday that starting next week, their bread will be officially free of the infamous yoga mat chemical. First raised the issue with Subway back in February, noting the chemical is also used for creating foamed plastics like yoga mats and shoe soles. Subway sandwich bread used to be made with azodicarbonamide, a chemical which strengthens and textures dough. Although the chemical is banned in Europe and Australia,
you expect a bench dusted with flour and a clock ticking through long proof times. You get a stage set. Pre-cooked, par-baked, or straight frozen pieces slide in, get a short blast of heat, and come out with color. The nose does the rest. About those helpers. A dough conditioner once nicknamed the yoga mat chemical, azodicarbonamide, was used to boost rise, make texture soft, and stretch shelf life. It has also been tied to that, just baked, nose hit that greets you at the door. Not magic. Chemistry. Rules do not match across borders.
Azodicarbonamide. According to the Food and Drug Administration, this 16-letter additive is commonly used as a dough conditioner.
It's not a necessary ingredient for food safety, and so why are we still using it here in the United States when it's been banned around the world? And they're used in different amounts, so we're really not eating plastic, we're just eating one compound that's used both in food and in plastic.
Some regions banned or tightened limits on that additive. The US path stayed slower and more open to it. That split matters because it shapes what ends up in chain bread, and how long those loaves can sit and still sell fresh. Now the scent. Aroma gets pushed through HVAC or nudged by how vents aim air. You will notice the smell is strongest by the entry, not the oven door. That is on purpose. The plume hits you before you see a rack, before you spot the timer set for a short bake. Look at claims on menu boards: artisan, hearth, freshly baked. Then watch the flow. Dough arrives sealed. There is no mixing bowl, no dust cloud, no long proof. Bakes are short, on a loop, all day. So if the smell is curated, what else is staged behind the counter? Here is the payoff. Chains have blended dough conditioners with engineered aroma to sell fresh without true scratch baking.
Are they using it as some kind of preservative, or do they just want it to be more addictive? Oh, I don't know which one's worse. Probably the better it tastes. Obviously the white one, the Italian or whatever. But you're wondering, what, you're baking all this bread? It's the way it comes in is already. It's not like you have dough there.
Yeah.
I mean, you do, but it's already rationed out into the loaves.
You can spot it with time checks. No proof cycles. No flour dust. Same smell from open to close. Now let's move on to the part you actually eat. Produce and meat that get a second life they shouldn't. You see gloves and a neat line. You think safe. What if those gloves are just costumes and the line is a science project? Let's start with the refresh. Lettuce with limp edges gets a trim and a cold dunk so it snaps for a few hours. Deli meat that is turning dull gets a new label and moves up front. Sauces that separated get stirred hard until the oil hides again. It looks new. It is not new. Now the grind behind the glass. Staff chase speed, waste goals, and a manager yelling for drive time. So the same gloves stay on while they switch jobs. A hand tops your sub, wipes a smear off the counter, then reaches for the register. Clean look. Dirty workflow. Glove theater is common because it hangs on the visual. One pair touches cash, then the prep board, then your bread. That is not protection. That is a conveyor belt for grime. You do not see the germs, but they move just fine. Here is the simple rule.
People put on their gloves when they're heading to the store, and this is actually a demonstration I learned from a nurse in Michigan. Her video is actually going viral. You don't need to wear these gloves. Now, she said that's for two main reasons. The first one is that people are not using gloves correctly, showing how easy it is to spread these germs. You walk in the store, you pick something up, you put it down or you put it in your cart, then you have those germs on your hand.
Cold meat and veg should stay below 40. Hot fillings should hold above 140. That gap is the danger zone where bacteria multiply fast. Broken warmers, doors open non-stop, or a rush that drains pans all drag food into that zone. Lukewarm is not cozy. It is risky. You can read it in public records. Inspectors keep flagging the same stuff, holding temps off, date marks missing or wrong, ice and drink machines with slime buildups. Different owners, same patterns. Allergens raise the stakes. A seed or a streak of dairy can ride a blade, a tong, or a glove. For someone who is allergic, that slip is not a minor error. It is a siren.
You're walking around the store, your hands might touch a couple times. Now those germs are on both hands. They're on your gloves though, so everything is fine. Maybe grab something else and then put that in your cart, and then you have those germs on your hand. Then your cell phone rings. So you pick up your cell phone, you text away, text. Then those germs are transferred to your cell phone.
And Sprouts? They have a long record of outbreaks. Chains kept them because they sell the word fresh, even when the risk was well known. Here is your payoff. When gloves never change, lettuce edges brown, or hot items taste tepid, you are not fussy.
A protective device is as good as the person who knows how to use it, right? So if you're not utilizing the device appropriately, then obviously the risk for cross-contamination is present, and that's what we're seeing more often than not.
And then those germs are then on your glasses as well, so you can see how easy it is to cause cross-contamination.
You are seeing the refresh machine at work. So what is the takeaway you can use today? Let's land it. The real kicker, fresh, is often a script. You do not need insider access to spot it. Use your eyes and a few quick checks. Scan for real baking, proofing racks, flour dust, timers that run long. Ask when hot bins were last tempered. Skip Sprouts. Watch for glove changes between cash, prep, and your sandwich. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who eats on autopilot.
Well, we always say, if you have to read it, don't eat it. We really encourage people to eat food in its most natural form.
Nima says your best bet is stick to the basics. So what can you do to ensure that you and your family are eating safe and natural products?
Your choices push chains. Demand clear labels, steady temps, and honest prep. Support spots that show their work. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.